How coffee took over Australia. And your wallet, let's face it, Australians are obsessed with coffee. I mean really, properly, emotionally attached to it. Some people can't function without it. Some would trade their phone for it. And let's not even talk about what happens when the coffee machine at work breaks. It's chaos. But what is it about coffee in Australia that has the world talking, sipping, and spending? First, let's talk types. And I'm not just talking about black or white. Oh no. That's amateur hour. We've got flat whites, which by the way Australia invented, and don't let New Zealand tell you otherwise. Then there's long blacks, short blacks, cappuccinos, lattes, piccolo lattes, macchiatos, mochas, affogatos, iced lattes, iced long blacks, cold brews, batch brews, nitro coffees, oat lattes, almond caps, soy mochas, and of course the ever-controversial decaf. Yes, some people drink coffee without caffeine, and no, we don't understand them either. And you'll find all these on the average Aussie cafe menu, often with latte art so beautiful you'll feel bad drinking it. Swans, hearts, flowers, there are probably baristas who can foam your face into the milk if you ask nicely. But here's the kicker, all that beauty and bean wizardry comes at a price. The average cup of coffee in Australia is about $5. Yep. A few years ago you could get one for $3.50. Now, even the corner servo might hit you up for $4.80 for a sad cappuccino that tastes like disappointment and dishwater. But in Melbourne, Sydney, oh, you're looking at $5.50 to $7 for a small oat latte. And if you want extra shot, extra hot, or extra attitude from the hipster behind the counter, that's another 50 cents. So what are the actual sizes? In these you've got tall, grande, venti, and why are we yelling in Italian? In Australia it's much more straightforward. Mostly. We've got three main sizes: small, medium, and large. Some cafes don't do large. Some cafes charge the same price for small and medium. Some cafes just hand you a reusable cup and shrug. Honestly, if you don't walk out confused at least once a week, are you even living the Australian coffee experience? Now let's talk about how much Australians actually drink. On average, Aussies consume over 1.91 kilograms of coffee per person per year. That's about 1 or 2 cups a day, but let's be honest, students and office workers are throwing off the curve with their 6 cups before lunch schedule. So how much do people spend on coffee? Well, if you're a daily drinker, just 1 coffee a day, that's $5 a pop, $35 a week, or $70 a fortnight. That's nearly $2,000 a year. Congratulations, your coffee habit could have been a holiday to Bali or a year of streaming subscriptions, but hey, you're alert and caffeinated, so it's worth it. For students though, that price stings. And if you're broke, hungover, and late for class, you still need caffeine but on a budget. So where do you get cheap coffee as a student? Let's reveal the sacred secrets of the student coffee underground. 7-Eleven. It's really $2 for a regular-sized cup. It's not a flat white. It's not from organic Colombian beans, but it's hot, has caffeine, and costs less than your leftover pocket change. Hey, don't judge. The coffee's actually decent, especially with a rewards app. You get every 6th cup free, and the first one often comes with a discount. University campus cafes. Most unis in Australia have subsidized food and drinks. Some have $2.50 student coffees, especially if you bring your own cup. Coffee carts and food trucks. They pop up near universities and train stations, often cheaper than cafes, and they don't judge your appearance after a long night out. Office and faculty machines. If you're clever and friendly, you might sneak into the staff room and accidentally make yourself a long black. Risky? Maybe. Worth it? Absolutely. Now on the other end of the spectrum, expensive coffee. And no, we're not talking about your average $5.50 cafe cup. We're talking about single-origin, hand-roasted, cold-dripped, filter-brewed coffee served by a man named Hugo wearing a beanie indoors in summer. Places like Market Lane in Melbourne or Single O in Sydney are known for premium cups. You can pay up to $10 or more for a specialty brew made from beans harvested by monks on a volcano and roasted by the moonlight. Okay, not really. But it feels like it. And in case you're wondering, yes, there are luxury coffees in Australia, $20 for a cup of Panama Geisha in some cafes. That's the kind of coffee you drink once and then tell people about for the rest of your life like it's a spiritual experience. Let's go back to the everyday Aussie and their coffee routine. The morning cafe coffee is practically a religion. You wake up, groggy, and shuffle to your local where the barista knows your name, your order, and the fact that you're not capable of conversation until you've had your flat white. Then there's the mid-morning coffee. It's not essential, but it's a reward. You survived 2 hours of work without crying? Treat yourself. The afternoon coffee? That one's pure survival. Meetings, emails, assignments, and the threat of a 3 p.m. nap attack demand a strong long black. Some people drink 5 coffees a day. Others just have one but make it a triple shot. Either way, the nation runs on espresso. Now let's talk reusable cups, or as they're more commonly known, keep cups. Australians are big on eco-consciousness, and many cafes offer discounts, around 20 to 50 cents off if you bring your own. But of course you have to remember to wash it, which is harder than it sounds. You also get the people who bring a 1-liter thermal flask to fill up. And some cafes will actually do it. For $7 you walk out with a coffee bucket. It's glorious. And here's the funniest bit: no matter how much Australians know about coffee, someone always argues with the barista. I said extra hot, not molten lava. There's not enough froth on this cappuccino. Why does this taste like actual coffee? We've become a nation of critics, sipping our artisan brews like judges on MasterChef. Meanwhile, the barista is just trying to survive the morning rush. And then there's the art of ordering. There are unspoken cafe rules. Never say espresso. Don't ask for pumpkin spice, that's an American thing. Don't be that person who orders a decaf soy mocha no foam in a reusable cup you haven't washed since last semester. And if you're new to Australia, ordering coffee here is a rite of passage. One foreign student ordered a regular coffee, and the barista just blinked. Regular how? White, black, milk, size. The poor student looked like he'd accidentally entered a reality show challenge. Now let's wrap this frothy adventure with a reality check. Coffee is amazing. Keeps you awake. Makes you feel human. It's a social ritual. But if you're spending $70 a fortnight on it, you're basically dating your barista. So here's how to drink great coffee on a budget. Learn to make it at home. A plunger is cheap and effective. A stovetop espresso maker? Even better. Buy decent beans and grind them yourself. Invest in a reusable cup and get that discount. Follow student deals on uni notice boards and apps like HeyU and Ritual. If you must cafe hop, limit your outings to 2 or 3 times a week. Your bank account will thank you. Whether you're sipping a 7-Eleven brew on a plastic bench or enjoying a $20 single-origin espresso in a marble-tiled cafe with plants hanging from the ceiling, one thing's for sure: coffee in Australia isn't just a drink. It's a culture, a ritual, a lifestyle, and possibly the reason we're still functioning as a society.